I really hope you can enjoy this story that I'm about to tell. This is from a personal experience, and if you do like this video, please give it a like, a subscribe, and comment. Please enjoy. Me and my friend at the time, he wanted me to go with him to go pick up his check from a mansion that he worked at. It was in downtown Texas. I'm not sure the address or the location. All I knew that it was a very old house and it's been there for a very long time. I want to say at least 100 years old. And so, how to get in this mansion, we went straight into the basement. You know, I wouldn't mind if he told me what I knew now. Just a little heads up would have been nice. But as we were entering into the mansion, we had to go into the elevator to get to the first floor. And so, I thought it was weird, but okay. And as we went into the first floor, we waited around until his aunt came around a corner. She waved and was very nice to me. And then he went with her to go pick up his check in the other rooms. And so I waited around the main area. I leaned up against a brick wall. Everything hit the fan pretty fast. I leaned up against the wall, looked around for a solid minute, and right as I looked up, I heard two little girls giggling right behind me. Their giggles made the hair on the back of them stand up straight. The fear that I felt was unimaginable, hearing two little girls just giggling for no apparent reason, no sound within the mansion. I looked to see if there was any children around, but I didn't see anything. I waited and kind of just paced around nervously, waiting for my friend to get back. And so as about 5 minutes go by, he comes back. And he says if I'm alright, because I look like I have a little bit of a white face, kind of nervous. And so I just wanted to get out of that house so quickly. He wanted to give me a tour. And so I kind of nervously said yes. Just to go check it out, and that's it. As we entered the elevator to go to the second floor, I felt a uneasy feeling in my gut. I always trust my instincts, and right now my instincts were screaming to get out of this house. As he wanted to show me the third floor, the attic, because it was usually used for storage and there was a bunch of stuff that we could use and just mess around. So I said, okay, let's do this. Right as we, about midway to the second floor, headed to the third, the doors opened wide. And we were just in shock. We were looking around to see if anybody was there. I was wondering and trying to press the button frantically, trying to get the door to close, but it wouldn't. And you could hear somebody walking around the corner, like if someone just pressed the button and just ran. I went to go look, and there was not a soul in sight. So I was just waiting and waiting until the doors closed and we went to the third floor. All types of red flags were going off, and I just wanted to leave as bad as I could. Right as we hit the attic, everything seemed normal for the most part. The attic was used for slaves back in the 1800s. There were slave quarters. Everything up to that point had been renovated, so the whole attic was used for storage. I was wondering about something, because I could see that the walls were still looking old, and they looked like there was not claw marks, but like someone was trying to get their way out. I kind of saw it as a red flag and just tried to ignore it. I waited and waited, and me and my friend were just fucking around. We were just waiting for something to happen, because in this time, he told me that when he would work there, he would hear voices and walking and clapping and laughing and giggling. The giggling kind of set me off because of what I just heard prior to that conversation. As we were done messing around in the attic, going through storages and props from parties and just overall messing around, We head straight to the second floor to see what else we could mess around with. Right as we got into the elevator and it opened into the second floor, we walked out and heard footsteps coming from the attic where we just were. And they weren't just regular footsteps, they were stomping, pacing. Me and him looked at each other, and we looked right up at the ceiling, and we could hear where the position of the footsteps were. We were both freaked out at that point, and he was trying to set the mood and trying to forget about it. We went into the manager's office in the second floor where the original owner's picture was. It still gives me chills from this day. We walked in there, and I looked around and seen every owner from generation to generation, owner to owner, and looking down, seeing the original owner's portrait. She had a cold stone look in her face, angry, mysterious, and frightening. I waited and looked around, looking around at the portraits from owner to owner. Everything was normal to that point, till the corner of my eye, I saw a little girl run past the doorway, giggling. I jumped back so much, I freaked out my friend, and we both ran outside the door to look around, and we both saw a little girl standing in the corner with her head towards the wall like if she was in timeout. Me and him backed away slowly and ran to the door to get out of there. I really hope you enjoyed this story. This was a real story from my experience. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that notification, subscribe, and like and share. Thank you, and have a good one.